Rolling and the sound is speeding. Hi, welcome to another episode of This Week with Drew. This is This Week with Drew for Thursday, January 21st, 2021. Oh, isn't the year just whipping by? On today's episode, we got a big news and with the intro. Because you know, I got the rhythm and the freestyle flow. I got little man in my pocket and he's holding in his hand a little locket. And it's got a picture of me, but when I'm older in it. How is this possible? Hi, welcome to the show. This is another episode of This Week with Drew for Thursday, January 21st, 2021. Skyline. How are you? Are you feeling okay? Are you working out? Are you taking care of your post-Christmas weight? Are you just letting it ride as COVID just did Christmas start for you and on March, and then the goodies and all the little chocolates and all the little goodies and all sorts of little treats? Because the excuse is there, man. You're like, well, fuck it, dude. These guys, the gyms are closed. You know what? Is it cold? It's cold out, man. I don't want to fucking go. And I was me, bro. I was working out. My workout patterns were very sporadic since this fucking shit popped off, bro. There was like a couple months there, like maybe like a month where I like ran solid. And then it was like kind of like tapered off. So it had like 2 tapered up weekends on top of it, on either side of it, flanking it. And then it totally just stopped. And then summer hit and it's like, okay, fucking right on. And then September come ripping around, and I was like busy with school and stuff, so I was not thinking about working out at all. And then I told you guys I started doing the push-ups again, right? So now I've been, and then I was like, let's try to do some push-ups, and it was like embarrassingly bad. I was like, oh my God, I felt like Uter from The Simpsons. Like, I can't even, like, I'm going to split my pants if I bend over to try to touch my toes. I felt like a little fat sausage camp boy. So So I've been doing the push-up fucking regimen, bro. And I'm back up. Okay, so we were working in 5 regular dude push-ups into the 30 girl push-ups, right? So now we're up to 9 regular dude push-ups in the 21 girl push-ups, plus an additional 10 girl push-ups. So fucking, I'll do the set of man push-ups, as many as I can. And then every day it gets one more, though, which is kind of cool. About a 75% more every day. And then what am I trying to say? Oh yeah, and then I'll do all the rest of it on girl push-ups, and because I have a shoulder injury, okay? It's also from being weak, but it's from a lack of exercising for a long time and my continued fucking shoulder injury, which I probably talked about, but we'll talk about that later. I'll put a little mark. I'm trying to be more organized with the podcast because I listened to an episode. I never really listened to this thing, and I listened to it, and I was like, oh my God, I can see why people tune out so early. It's like I got to start hitting them with a story right off the top. So I've been working out on just on my push-ups, really, and then so now that's going good. And then I've also been running again. I ran every day last week, and then I'm running almost every day this week. I took like a couple days off for school, but I'm running almost every day this week. And I'm fucking drewsain Bolt, buddy. That's I pick a different metal album. This is I was on like metal albums when I run. At first I was running with no albums, but the city is just custy, bro. I can't handle the sound of the streets, man, and just the people. Like I need to just like tune it out and just ring a ding 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 like that's good jogging music, right? So I was picking like metal albums. I was listening. I really like Havoc. I really like Hazard, this band from Calgary. And then obviously like all the Megadeth which I listen to every single day. It's like tea for me. Like I like literally like will have a glass of tea and Megadeth every day. And then some old Metallica. And then I was like, hey, fuck, I want to like change it up a little bit. So I listened to Tchaikovsky, that fucking some like compositions of him, and he does fucking his fucking what's the one where it's just like but all I can think of in my head is bum 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 ba-na-na, but that's not it. It's fucking, let me pull it up here. And they all have weird names. I can never remember the name of classical music songs because they're all like Op Sonata 8 in E flat minor, and they're like Op Sonata 9, and you're like, okay, what is that? Tchaikovsky Serenade for Strings. What is it? Fucking Op Serenade 13 in G major? Yeah, this fucking one. Yeah. and I'm like jogging, and there's like I like kind of like came across the hill or whatever, and then I saw the water, and I saw some ducks, and the ducks were flying. I was like, hey, so I'm like, and I'm picking it up. Okay, let's fucking, and then I just see the ducks, and then now we're in the beautiful like water by the lake or whatever, and then it's just, and it's like, oh fuck, here we go, and then you start picking it up, and then you're like, fucking full sprint, yeah, and then you push it, keep running, big interval, oh, and then you can kind of let it go. That's some good. So I'm like, yo, Tchaikovsky's got the news, buddy. Fucking, that's some good jogging music, bro. So what's the name of that song? That's fucking Serenade number 13 in G major. Ein klein Nachtmusik. I wonder what that means. Ein klein Nachtmusik. Night music? Is I don't know what the fuck. Is this, who is Tchaikovsky? Was he fucking German or Russian? He looks Russian. Yeah, that's obviously Russian. Or I don't know what he is. Fuck, who knows? So yeah, drewsain Bolt, been running up with the 5Ks, man. And every day, it also gets better, man. My recovery, I'm trying to base it on my recovery, like when I'm coming over the hill, like or whatever, like coming, running, taking my intervals or whatever. Like how quick does it take me to get back to normal? I think is the measure, that's the true measure of like health, of like physical cardiovascular fitness is your recovery time, man. That's why those biathletes, bro, those guys got good fucking good, really good cardio. It's so weird that it's like cross country skiing and shooting is that sport. Also the fucking, speaking of Olympic sports, man, I always thought the fucking 2-man luge was funny. And I because it's just like, I don't know how you like luge, and then you're like, I think I need a guy here with me. Like I need a partner. And then you like, it's because that when you do Olympic sports, like that's kind of like your life. Like that's like your passion, right? Isn't it? Like, so you like have this passion for like 2-man luge specifically. I don't know. And then I used to have this joke. I was like, why don't we never see the 2-man skeleton? Because the luge is when you're on your back, but the skeleton is when you're on your stomach. But I'd love to see the fucking 2-man skeleton, just fucking double patty, fucking 2 dudes stacked one on top of each other, just going $180 down a surface of ice. And they get pinched for like cheating. It's like cheating is if you like tuck your wiener into his butt cheeks and the guy is holding on. That's really stupid. Okay. 2-man skeleton, bro. Fucking get it done. Oops, knocked the camera. Okay, let's try to set that back to the same frame. Who knows? Okay, let's do a little bit of we got how was my weekend? Because I didn't do a fucking Monday show because I am fucking at so time. For a guy who doesn't have a job, it seems like I'm busy. But I'm in full-time school, so that is like a job. And I've been fucking jamming Hyrule, bro. I got 3 out of the 4 divine beasts. I'm like locked into this fucking Zelda game right now, Breath of the Wild, man. I kind of figured out the fighting mechanics of it because it was really frustrating me. Remember I said I was like, I'm too old for this fucking game. Like I don't get it. And then I had to look through the game walkthroughs and watch a couple YouTube videos. I was like, okay, I think, and then I restarted my game and I went back in, starting fresh, and kind of did some tips and tricks for beginners that I saw from YouTube, like things that make the game easier. Cause I fucking need that, bro. I don't have the time to sit there and fucking go and without knowing what the fuck, go find this guy and talk to him and complete that side quest to get this piece of armor so that I can go into this land and talk to this fucking guy to get this sword so I can go beat this fucking guy. Like I don't have time for that, bro. Like, and I appreciate the fact that these people wrote the game to be like that, but there is no way, like that's what the nerds are for, man. You gotta take advantage of the nerds, man, because they're fucking out there, bro. The Wikipedia nerds, the YouTube nerds, they're out there and they just want to share that shit with you, bro. There's all sorts of nerds out there everywhere, man. You don't need, the only reason to go to school is to get a piece of paper to tell people that you know the thing that you know. But you don't need to go to school for any of that, like I've been like I'm learning lots in my school right now, but in my production class, all that shit I learned from the University of YouTube years ago, man, years ago. And now I'm just getting the piece of paper to say that I know fucking what a compressor does, and I can set the ratio and rock a hard knee if I need to. You know, fucking sound guy shit, right? But so I've just been fucking letting the nerds guide me, bro, and just kind of like following them. I got the Master Sword. I got the fucking 13 hearts to get the Master Sword. I got the fucking 3 out of the 4 Divine Beasts. Now I got to get the Fireproof armor. I went and I fought the Thunderblight Ganon with a full rubber suit armor, and it was easy. And if I didn't know to go do the fucking Shrine of Raining Lightning quest and get the rubber armor first, I would have just died. But the nerds know, and they will help you, man. I need a sip of water. Okay, this is a good time while I'm taking a sip. To say thank you to all the sponsors of the show. The Patreons: Blair, Joel, Mike D, Patrick, Nick, Mac, Bubba, Marnus, Taryn, Bryce, and Patrick. I got Patrick on there. Who the fuck did I miss? Bubba, Nick and Mac, Blair and Andre, Colette. Thank you guys for supporting the show, and as well our sponsor, our fucking national weed sponsor, kingtutscannabis.com. So if you go to kingtutscannabis.com, they ship weed nationally across the country. Really good extracts, really good fucking edibles. They always do really good sales on like vaporizers and shit like that. They're doing some bulk sales right now. If you spend heavy, you get some free shit. So yeah, check out kingtutscannabis.com. Use the promo code Drew for 10% off your order, and you'll get high, smoke like an Egyptian. Also, to our other sponsor, if you're in the Edmonton area, this is a local YEG. He also ships, but he specializes in YEG delivery. Doorstepwellness.ca. So if you're in the Edmonton or fucking Alberta GP area, and buddy, these guys, they got lots of shit, man. They're Alberta boys, man. So, you know, we'll take that as face value. Call them up, doorstepwellness.ca. Tell them Drew sent you. Use the promo code Drew, and you also get 10% off. And I think we're still running a free order, free $50 gift or whatever. So if you go to doorstepwellness.ca, you get at 10% off and like $50 worth of shit, like an eighth and a gram of whatever, some other crap. I can't remember what it was, but that's how it shows you how good it was of a deal. Okay, let's go. Let's do something I haven't done in a while. Fucking fucking. Time for big news with Drew. Did that fucking work? Is that even working? Oh, there you go. Oh, that's not working. Holy fuck, that just fucked up. Okay, is that still running? Oh yeah, okay. Oh, the last piano part probably didn't work then either. Fuck, okay, whatever. Okay, we gotta do it here. Time for big news with Drew. Okay, big news with Drew. Fuck, I keep doing the wow. This shit is just breaking down. Okay. Big news with Drew. On today's big news, we got a story out of New Brunswick. Oh, why did I close that on my phone? A story out of New Brunswick. Okay, New Brunswick man believed to be oldest Canadian born flooded with birthday cards. Okay, so this guy, I'm gonna try to put him up on the screen. Okay, so I needed it. Which side is the left side on when I do the fucking thing? When I do the thing, this is the bottom right corner. Okay, so I need to be over here. Okay, sick. I think I got this. Okay. Letter carriers in the small New Brunswick town of Beaver Harbor have had a busy week delivering almost 2,000 birthday cards that have already been sent to resident Arnold Hawkins in celebration of his milestone later this month. This motherfucker turns 110 years old. Bro, I don't... and he had a Facebook page, Life at 109, and then he was hoping to collect 110 cards for his birthday. So then obviously the internet just gave him a big giant the hug of death. And now this letter carrier has to bring 2,000 cards to this fucking guy's house. At that point, you got to be like, hey, you guys just hold them at the thing until you get all of them. You get that special. It's like Miracle on 34th Street, wherever the fuck that movie was, that Christmas movie where they got all the letters there. And then you get the big thing and then you hold all of them. And then what? And then they're going to open 2,000 letters and read it to this guy? So the 110, buddy. The former maritime fisher, oh yeah, like you have to let me know that he's retired. The former maritime fisher turns 110 on January 30th. I like how they wrote this article like he's like he could so easily die in the next 9 days before he turns 110. Like, why didn't they wait till his birthday? You're totally jinxing him because that, you know what? Actually, that's kind of smart of the guy because if he does die, then they get to update the article and be like, wow, he fucking almost made it, eh? The family would typically hold an open house. Okay, continuing on the article. The family would typically hold an open house, inviting people from the entire county to drop in to wish the oldest Canadian-born man a happy birthday. But obviously, they didn't want to take the changes because COVID-19. Obviously, this dude is like a strong breeze would murder this man. Yeah. What the fuck? So they got 18, continuing on. The family has since received more than 1,800 cards from people across the country, many of whom McKinley says are being inspired by his resilience. This is not inspiring to me. This is the funniest part of the article is that he lived through the Spanish flu in 1918. It's so loco. He's 3 when that shit was going on. That's so crazy. McKinley said her father... Oh, this is the daughter? Okay. Oh, I thought it was the granddaughter. Oh, Cheryl. Oh, Violet McKinney. So he's still got so the father still has a great sense of humor and cannot resist his sweet tooth. Because it's the only fucking tooth he's got left. Word must have gotten out about that fact because she said the mayor of St. Stephen sent a basket full of Ganong chocolates and the Irving family sent him cupcakes with 110 written in the frosting. Wow, she's going to need a truck to store all their things and months to pour through. Well, you know, this just makes me think like that guy, I don't know, man. What did he have to say? Nothing. This guy was not quoted once in this interview. You want to know why? Because he is quoted. What does this guy have to say? You let me go. Let me go, please. Every day that guy, the reason why they didn't, they're like, what do you have to say? He's just like, every day I pray for death. And they're like, well, we can't really use that in the article, Gramps. I don't know, man. What do you think? Would you want to be 110? Let me know. I think I would, the only way I'd want to be that old is if I still had like my mental and physical my cognitive and physical abilities. Anything other than that is like, because if you're that old and your brain doesn't work, then you're like just like this, like essentially like corpse, like zombie. But then if you're that old and your body doesn't work and your brain does, then you're just like this prisoner in this like shell. And I don't know what's what's worse, being like a zombie or a prisoner. Both suck, man. My granny's fucked up on Alzheimer's right now so bad. She's just like a zombie. It's like she's like a shell. She's like, to me, like she's died 5-6 years ago, and like. Now there's just like this sort of like Zordon fucking life preserved body, you know, that's a little too heavy for the comedy podcast. But yo, I love my granny. That's all I want to say. And you should love your granny too. Okay, so thank you everybody for listening and watching. And yeah, sorry about the Monday show. I mean, you know, shit happens. And yeah, thank you to everybody who supports. Fucking love. 110-year-old boner. It's soft like the breeze. 110-year-old boner. Well, Grandpa's pointing it at me.